Hey, welcome to Revelana. So today we're going to talk about how you get your domain pointed to your Revelana account. And it's going to be about GoDaddy specifically. And this is about a domain that's just parked. It doesn't have a website connected to it, right? So when you get to the GoDaddy website, you're going to want to click on either My Products here or click on My Products from this area over here. It doesn't matter. It brings you to the same page. When you get to this page, what you want to do is scroll down, and then you want to go down to where it says domains. And let's pick this one. So we're going to pick Curative Studios, and let's go in there. And what we want to do is manage your DNS. So when you get in here, you're going to see that it's parked. Your domain is parked at this A record. And when you go to, I'm going to show you, you want to, don't be afraid because it's just parked. There's no website attached to your domain, curative.studio. So I'm going to go ahead and delete this. Don't worry about it. So just go ahead and delete it. If you have a website attached to it, that's when you have to worry, right? And then this kind of stuff, I would even, with the CNAME stuff, I would even delete that out because all of that is keeping it at GoDaddy. And we don't want it at GoDaddy. So I'm just going to go ahead and all the CNAMEs, all the A records, we're going to delete them. So we're going to get back in here. What I want to show you is I'm clicking over to Revelana, and let's say this is Curative Studios account. When you come in, it's at the dashboard side. So what you want to do is go over to settings down here, and then you click on domains. And then we're going to add a new domain. Now this gives you the magic number that you need for setting up for pointing. This is actually the IP address. And notice you can do A record or CNAME record, but to keep things simple, let's just do A record. Forget about CNAME, okay? Don't get confused. So I'm just going to copy this. This is the magical number that points your record over to Revelana. And if I try putting Curative Studio in here right now, it's not going to recognize it because we didn't do this part yet. So what we're going to do is we're going to add a record, okay, by clicking that add up here. We're going to click A, and then we're going to put in just the ampersand. And what that does, and then we're going to paste that magical number in there. And whatever the default is, just pick the shortest amount of time, okay, no matter what. Even if you're not in GoDaddy, always pick the shortest amount of time. Now, notice what this does is the domain is actually curative.studio. So that adds that record. Now what we're going to do is we're going to add a second record. And this one is an A record. And then we're going to put www in front of it, right? And then we're going to put that magic number in here. And that's going to point to Revelana. And we're going to pick the shortest amount of time. Add record. Now, in this case too, I'm going to add one more just for fun. But you don't have to do this. I'm going to add an A record. And this is called a subdomain. And I'm going to put shop. And then that magical number. And then the shortest amount of time. That way, it's a subdomain. At some point, if curative.studio wants to create a store where you can buy things, they can use shop.curative.studio. So there you go. So I'm going to add the record. And now you're all set. So now when you go over to your Revelana system, you're going to see I can put curative.studio. They did that instead of .com. It's going to add it. And then don't worry about doing anything else. We're just going to add it right now. There's no live website or anything. There's a second step we'll do later to make this site go live. but we're not making it go live just yet. So same thing, I'm going to put in www.curative.studio and then add it. And then I'm going to cancel that because we don't want to do any more. I just want to add it, right? So it works with www. And then I'm also going to add shop.curative.studio. This is almost like adding an alias under your emails. When you do subdomains, they don't cost you any more. It just lets you continue to use curative.studio without having to keep changing your domain. Like curative shop.studio would be a completely different domain you'd have to buy. But when you do shop.curative.studio, you don't have to buy another domain. That's just a subdomain. So hopefully this makes sense. The more you learn, the less you cry. So have a great day, and I hope you have lots of smiles this week. Thanks.